Garcia Aquatics here. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys of all ages, and moms and pops, how you guys doing? Welcome back to another Garcia Aquatics. Berto here. And guys, there's one thing I gotta let you know. I have a special guest. So I just want to let everybody know that I'm doing wonderful. And yes, West Palm Beach, Florida did not get any snow. Only in Tampa and Orlando and up north was the only ones that got north. They ain't got all that snow. But we just got rain over here. But it's cold. But one thing I gotta say is I really appreciate everybody supporting Garcia Aquatics and all my members and all my supporters and my viewers. This is gonna be a good one tonight. This one's gonna be a good one. With my special guest, we're gonna see who I'm bringing up. And let me start introducing. I see that we got Residence Alien. How you doing? Yes, on the dark side. That'll be later. Or there'll be another time for that one, Tommy. And Death Charge, thank you for being here. Suan, thank you for being here. Happy Place Aquatics. Jimbo. Hey, I really appreciate my my viewers and my supporters and my members showing up and everything. Hey, Renee, welcome. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing here. As you can see, still some of my tanks, even though it's all blurred and everything, but don't worry about it. It's still in the process. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm doing a lot of things here. So, and other than that, on that good note, if you want to see the special guest, you want me to bring the special guest up right now or wait? You know what? Let's just let it happen. Let me bring my special guest, no other, from down Homestead, Florida. One of my great guys, great friend of mine. It was a pleasure meeting him, hanging out with him showing me around, and all the stuff that he's doing for the hobby. So let's go ahead and bring in Josh from Summerland Fish Bar. What's going on, Josh?
What's up? What's going on, brother?
That's same old. You know how it is. And I'm getting to some members and some of my subscribers and my viewers coming in. And it's great seeing you. How you been? How's down there?
Man, everything's good down here, man. It's a little cold. You know, trying to keep everything warm, keep everything alive.
And you got to with all those beautiful fishes you got down there, especially those monsters. And the most thing that I like is you got the Florida guard. And that's me right there, the Florida guard guy.
Yeah, I got some.
I have mine when it was this small, and now that boy is about that big. And I gotta get a bigger tank. If I can't get a bigger tank, I guess I'm gonna have to get a big cooler, put him in, and bring it to you.
There you go.
But I really don't want to do that because my lady was the one that got me that, so she's gonna have to deal with me getting a bigger tank. Okay, we got Josh. We got here Steve from Death Charge sending his hello, and other people here. We got Rodolfo. We got a lot of people coming in little by little. So, what really got you into the fish bar to get into it?
So I've always breed different types of fish my whole life. I mean, since I was little, I've always done cichlids, monster fish, different stuff like that. Originally, I mean, I was a bartender doing this stuff as a hobby, like in my garage, in my backyard, you know. And when coronavirus hit, all the bars shut down. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start hitting this harder. I'm gonna start, breeding heavy because there's nothing else to do. I found Summerland, and me and the old man partnered up. I was the operational manager for about 4.5 years, and then last year I completely took it over. So now it's just my new baby to play with, and I've grown some amazing species over the years. So it's been a lot of fun, man. It's I love this hobby. It's a great hobby for all ages. It's a lot of fun, man.
Even though it was when I went over there, that was my first time being there. But even though I saw you in the Outlet Expo and stuff like that, but for being there, it was just amazing how you have those ponds.
Yeah.
They look like coffins to me.
Yeah, so those small ponds are coffin liners.
Those are coffin liners?
Yeah, so that's their burial vaults. So that's what the coffin actually sits in. Yeah, so a lot of these old farmers, that's what they use. I mean, Summerland was established in the late 60s.
We have Death Charge asking you a question. Josh, do you have any website? Do you have a website?
You can go on my Instagram at Summerland Fish Farms. The website's down right now because I do not ship through the winter.
When it's a little hotter, that's when you start shipping.
Yeah. Because a lot of stuff now it's just too cold. If you're not there for the shipment, it'll just freeze on your porch. So you can't be doing that.
I wish I had my other moderators here that you could go ahead and put down the link of Instagram. But I think if I put this, let me see if this works.
I think if I do this. Does that pop up for everybody? I don't know.
Let me see. This one I put at Summerland Fish Farm, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. There it is. You can find him right there on Instagram. If you have any other questions for him on how to, if you have a problem with air or anything like that, he has some of the knowledge because he's been in the fish farm business for a while, and like he's been like us that we started as a fish hobbyist, and we still are fish hobbyists, and we're still learning as we go. And with his help, oh, thank you, Wait, already put it up right here. Here you go, guys, right here, right on the screen. This is the Instagram right here, Fish Farms. That's the right one. My mistake. Thank you, Wait. That's why you're the best. I like it. And yes, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, the share button, and the notification bell to be notified when a video is coming out, or when I go live, or when I have a special guest coming up. And guys, just to let you know, there's going to be another time that I'm going to be going back to Summerland, and I'm going to do another video. And this time, instead of having the land, I had to go as a garage. But this time, if I see that Josh is not too busy, then that's where I'm going to grab him. Because when he's busy, I leave him alone. He got to make that bread to pay for all those fishing days, ordering in and to sell to you. So we got to do it that way. When he's not too busy, then we can have him on the video. And like I asked you before, for this cold weather, how you maintain all those tanks?
So luckily for me, everything is an overflow system. So fresh water is always coming in, always going out. So the well water is always going to be warmer than the outside temperature. So as long as it doesn't get too cold in South Florida, I don't have any issues. So I pump a lot of water through those ponds and they sustain. Plus they're pretty deep, so I don't have much to worry about.
And what's your main fish that you sell more of in your place?
I probably sell mostly koi and cichlids the most. Yeah. I mean, I bring in some real rare cichlids, and I have some really, really nice Japanese koi. So, I mean, koi is kind of where this all started for me. I've always been into Japanese breeds, so I've been doing that the longest. And then cichlids are always fun because everybody knows that's the prettiest fish you can get in this hobby. So,
Much love, Master Fish Guy. Everybody that's coming in, don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Make sure you smash the living out of it. Smash that like button. And everybody that's coming in, this is Charles from Summerland Fish Farms. He's located down in Homestead, Florida. And he has one amazing layout with all those wonderful fishes down there. And if you have any other questions for him, even if you don't answer it now, and you could ask him on his Instagram that is right here. Oh, geez, what happened here? Okay. Oh, I don't really lost my thought. Just like another blooper. Just like another blooper, like another blooper. um, how rarely do you get a lot of shipments coming in?
quite often. I literally just posted yesterday. I got a ton of fish yesterday. I mean, you've been to the farm. I can't do a little shipment. It's got to be huge to fill that farm up. You know what I mean? So it was a lot.
Okay, that's the phone number there, and I'll put in the website too. Thank you, Master Fish Count. And yeah, what's your favorite fish? And you wish you could keep, but it's not
on the farm or just in general?
in general.
Oh, like dream. I wish I could have Asian arowana here. I've been fighting tooth and nail to get permits for that. They'll let me have everything else, but they won't give me the permits for that.
The only way they'll probably give it to you is filling out those paperwork is most likely the that educational purpose only to have.
Yeah, they won't even. I've tried all the loopholes, man. They won't let me have them for nothing.
Wow.
But favorite fish on the farm is definitely my red tail. I mean, you've seen it; it's a monster.
Yeah, he almost had my fingers.
Yeah. I mean, I've had it since it was,
That's what some people don't realize, how they just go ahead and they say, "Oh, look how cute I want it," and they buy it, and when they don't realize how big they get,
oh yeah,
they get rid of it. And instead of just bring it back to the fish farm, correct me if I'm wrong, probably giving them like a little store credit or something for it.
No, a lot of times I'm a rescue. I rescue all types. I've rescued thousands of fish over the years. If you guys purchase something for me, or you purchase something from, big catfish, big arowana, it gets too big, you can bring it back to me. I will replace it with a smaller one. You can start over, throw it back out, enjoy it again.
Another question. Since that's a big. How big is that fish pond? Roughly.
The farm. So the farm that is open to the public is over an acre, but then I have breeding ponds in the back. There's 14 lakes back there. They're all 100 feet by 25 feet.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's all together. Um, all together, it's probably close to like 3.5, maybe 4 acres.
Have you ever had a problem if any of the fish gets sick, like egg or anything like that? How do you deal with that?
So I mean, ick is common for anybody. Even, I mean, you get new fish and it's likely to happen. I mean, clown loaches are notorious for it. Electric blue cars are notorious to get it. So I usually treat as soon as I bring them in. But I deal with like a lot more crazier diseases than like ick. Like I'm bringing from out of the country. I get fish. I mean, they have some crazy stuff. I mean, I've even had fish coming from like the Amazon with like massive leeches like on them, and I have to treat for. I mean, I've seen some weird stuff.
Because I know you got to go through a lot with the ants and stuff like that,
Yeah.
with kind of sickness and stuff like that. Because I know you guys are all these fish farms with all the fishes that they got to deal with to to deal with it, and then you have to medicate, have a
Oh yeah.
section for that, and then getting everything. And then after they okay, they're putting another so pond, and then before they're being sold. Because I know that's what you probably have to do, medicate them. Then when after they're medicated, put them in a temporary section, and then in the regular section to be sold.
Yeah.
That's the procedure. Most of the procedure you got to do.
Yeah. So I'm real picky about it, man. I make sure that everything's good because every single fish that I sell out is my name. You know what I mean? So I make sure that everything is good before it gets to everybody because I want everybody to enjoy the hobby. You know, that's the problem. You start selling people, stick fish, they're not going to want to do this anymore. You know what I mean? They're gonna move on to cats and dogs.
Or they're gonna probably go to another fish farm, and then they goes your name down. Um, Renee says clown roaches are tough. Are they?
Definitely. Clown loaches are. You get clown loaches, just automatically treat them for ick. They're notorious. They're just gonna get ick. They're very very finicky fish when they're being transferred. After that first little phase, they're perfect. After that, great eaters. They'll do well. Feed them bloodworms. Get some bottom feeding wafers. They're good to go.
Like you said, you got constant water flow, so that means you hardly don't have to do that much water changes.
No, I don't do. I mean, I'm doing water changes constantly. So basically, I just got to go out there and suck out those big ponds.
What's going on, Jim Fish? Fishy Biz, welcome. Everybody that's coming in, welcome, welcome. This is Josh from Summerland Fish Farms. I've been to his facility, and I'm gonna be going back again because there's so many fish out there that he has, and it's his layout. You just don't want to miss him. You just want to enjoy it. And most of the time, even when I was there, I did not want to leave, but it was about to start getting dark because the sun started leaving, and my lady was not happy. She said, "It's time to go home. We got that a whole bunch of hours to go driving home." But in how many employees do you have working with you If you know
How
what I
many
mean.
what?
How many employees do you have?
Well, now I just recently hired an employee, but before that it was just me, and then recently my girlfriend helps me out a lot on the farm. So, and then the old man can't stay away, so every now he'll come in and mess around with something still,
Even though you're running the show, but he just wants to. He still feels it.
Oh well, he still gets to enjoy the hobby. I have to do all the crazy stuff on the back end.
You do the back end part. Because, and as you saw when I saw him, he was so happy to see me. From all the shows that he'd been to, like the Aqua Expo and Aqua Shella,
Yeah.
he remembers my face. But he was so happy to see me.
Listen, he's 78 years old, man, and I mean, it was an honor to be able to learn, all the stuff from. I mean, his dad was in it. He created different type of molly species.
Right.
It's just he's been around for so long, man. He's one of the original OGs in this hobby,
And he was in his father. The old man was what? They started that business since what? 19. Damn, he told me.
It was in the early '60s. They were in West Kendall, and then in the late '60s they established it here on the farm. So,
and they're the ones that create to everybody. What was the old man's name?
Phil Merchie.
That name right there, guys. Just to let you know, if you ever get a 24-karat Molly or jet black Molly or jet red Molly, super red Molly, they're the ones that Phil was the one that created it. And you should thank them for having those Mollies because everybody been looking for some great Mollies, but those Mollies were created by him and they are distributed all around the world. And I had the pamphlet, but I left it in the car. Guys.
Yeah, you gotta get him on this. When he gets back in town, man, you gotta get him on.
We have to get him.
On the show.
When he gets back in town, we're gonna have him there. Hey, TK Tropicals. This is one of the gentlemen from Summerland Fish Farm from the video that I did. That I tried to get the owner, but that day was not a great day for pulling him away from the business because he was busy. I'm telling you, he was so busy. And I was lucky to have one little bit in the video of him. And that was it. I was happy to keep him there. All right, Fisher Bears, no problem. So that's the gentleman here. His name is Josh. And if anybody in the chat has any questions, oh yeah, this is your number one regular. Ron Northford.
I heard
that's one of your regulars, Ron Northford, the one that was over there at the farm with me that day. And guys,
I'm about to Google that because I don't know what's happening.
And especially in the way in the back, hey Josh, how often do you have to clean that section? Way in the back. When you have those big giant pacus and the red tails.
So I've done. Luckily, it kind of takes care of itself because it's more of a natural pond. But I have done like massive suck out videos where I drop the water and like show everybody like what's actually in there because there's stuff down there that you can't really see all the time.
But
Um,
for that day, that water was so clear.
yeah, no, it's really nice right now. So Rodolfo, I don't I don't use them to do anything. So I mean I can pretty much look at a fish and I can pretty much tell you what's going on if it's, parasite, bacteria, you know, it's I mean, and then I have, a handful of friends that we all just kind of do the same thing. So it's easy. If I don't know what something is, I got a whole crew that'll know what it is. We're a strong family here in the fish farm fam, so we all kind of help each other. I've never had to use anybody else.
Um, so yeah, like in the back, when you had those big boys, what's the oldest? Those are the smaller ones. That's with them.
What's the oldest back there?
No, in the back, you got the biggest fish. You got the red tails, the pacus.
Uh-huh.
What's those small ones? It's almost a hand size.
There's Mayan cichlids back there. There's electric blue. Um, there's all types. There's blue Texas. There's red devils. I have some gars swimming around in there. Bunch of plecos. I mean, you've seen those giant pacu. I mean, they're massive.
And seeing that albino arowana.
Yeah, that giant arowana in there. So slowly but surely, I'll be putting more stuff in there. I got some dove eyes that are too big, and they're gonna go out in the pond. I got a platinum red tail that's gonna go in that pond. So remember, I mean, as much as I, like selling fish, making money, like I still love this hobby. So there's stuff I just bring in for me.
Yes. Like you said, if you're in the fish hobby, it's fish that you want to keep that you won't sell, and there's fish that you will sell. Because you could have that property is so big, you could have one section of what you keep and what you sell. Those were trophies that I sold a whole bunch of them, over 1,000.
Yeah, yeah. I have a big school of trophies breeding right now.
Guys, if you're looking for some trophies, they are amazing. Don't forget to check him out. Get those prices from him. Get those prices. And everybody in the chat, if you have any questions, do you have any questions? Hold on, let me do it like this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, guys, right there. Any questions for my guests? Does anybody have any questions for my guests? Let those questions roll in.
Do you use UV in your tanks? No, I actually do not use UV at all in my tanks. I am lucky to have really, really good water. And I'm constantly sucking out tanks, so I don't really deal with algae. And the only algae I allow to grow is just natural, and it kind of helps more than it hinders.
Okay, and Monster Fish Guy wants to know if you got some Trimac. And yes, he does ship.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do ship. Just the website's down right now for winter time, so the end of March it'll be back up, and shipping will go back to normal.
Any guppies?
Oh, I have tons of guppies. I think I just brought in like 300 different kinds from Sri Lanka, so I got guppies.
Oh, hey, guppy lovers, there's some guppies there. And oh man, I wish I could have a bigger tank in this house because there's some Oscars that I want. Oh, okay.
Best advice I would give to new fish keepers. Best advice is if you're going to do a tank, if you get a 10-gallon tank, you need to have a 20-gallon filter. So always double up on your filtration. It's going to make your life a lot easier. You'll enjoy the hobby a lot more. It won't be as hectic for you. Uh, and it's a waiting game. A lot of people, especially people with like well water, they think they can fill up a tank and just throw the fish in. Set up your tank, decorate it, let it run for a week, then get new fish. Um, Advice that I do for old fish keepers, um, always be open to new stuff. There's always going to be someone that knows something that you don't. Always be humble. Always, if somebody knows something, you can learn something from anybody. I learn stuff every day in this hobby. I'm constantly doing research. You know, so a lot of people get stuck in their ways, and there's new technologies, new medicines, new. I mean, you can always learn something.
All right. And
I
then
have discus. I have bichers.
Do you have any discus? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have discus. If you guys check Instagram, you can see a lot of the stuff that's on there.
Check out his website, guys. Go to his website on Instagram, and he got the photos of all the fishing that he got. Check that out, and you can hit him up. And just remember, always remember, make sure in your state, your city, will accept the fish that you're trying to get because there's fishes that he cannot ship to you. It has to be, that you can have it in your state. Live, love, and grow. Yes.
Yes, I like that.
I like that. And there's the link to Instagram. Hit that follow button and ask him any questions you want. Okay, here's another question from Mr. Rondolfo.
So I do not use RO water. A lot of people do ask me that. I do not. So my water comes straight from the well. A lot of fish that I bring in do come in RO water. So it is a long process of dripping them and getting them acclimated to my water. So it's a good process. It takes a while, but all the fish that you get from me will be completely accustomed to regular. Um, my pH ranges from a 7.6 to like a 7.8. Probably a little bit higher in the cichlids, but not by much.
Definitely, but I'm loving this right here so much that I'm going to go ahead and give it a star. I'm putting it as a star right on that. I love it. I really like that a lot. You also got plants. What kind of plants do you carry over there?
I tell everybody the same thing. I'm the fish guy. Okay. I'm not the plant guy. I bring the plants in. I can tell you like, the different like a sword, like a sprite plant, stuff like that. I bring in a ton of different plants, but besides that and like the lilies, I don't know much about plants. I'm building that knowledge.
So basically, you're more fish.
Yeah. I mean, I bring in a lot of like Amazon swords, stuff like that, like the common, but definitely more fish.
So, guys in the chat and my viewers, do not give him a hard time about the plants. But at least he's sharing you the knowledge of fish keeping and what kind of fish he carries.
Yeah.
Any more questions, anybody? Anybody else with more questions? Anybody else? For 2025, what more plans are you planning for ahead that you want to do with the fish pond?
So I do a lot of different stuff on the side. So I'm working on finishing up my like to get my gator license. So I'm definitely gonna build a gator section on the farm. Yeah, I'll have a few gators. So I'm finishing up with that. So that'll be fun. Just always just bringing in new stuff, new species, breeding different things. Right now I'm trying to breed the stingrays. So
tortoises, because I saw those tortoises.
Tortoises I breed tortoises. Yeah.
Because I saw one of those tortoises munching on star fruit.
Yeah, he loves the star fruit.
I believe Master Fish Guy, he said after March. That's when your website will be back up, right?
Yeah, towards the end of March, I'll have the website back up. So,
would you do that? Would you get some of those?
Stingrays I have right now.
Oh, Master Fish Guy.
Yeah, stingrays
he
I have now.
Stingrays, Master Fish Guy. She got some amazing stingrays. And the funny thing is, they even come up and they just throw the water at her like, hey, it's time for food.
Yeah. No, they're a lot of fun.
Water. And yeah, she got some monster fish. That's why that name goes perfect for her. Okay.
Yeah, no, I try to bring in some different stuff. Yeah, I have the common stuff, but I like the unique fish. No, I appreciate it, brother.
He's a great guy. You know what? Rodolfo, just Rodolfo. If you're not too busy, Rodolfo, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link for you, Rodolfo. If you want to come up, if you don't, it's okay. Because he got some knowledge. And for all the stuff that he's learning in the college where he's at, and he's a great guy. Okay, let me see.
Depends on the species of rays.
But is there someone that like to better himself in this? All of us that don't. All right. Josh, I'm gonna bring up your number one regular. Here's one of your regulars.
What's going on?
One of my favorite places in the world is to go to your farm, bro.
I gotta start charging you rent, bro.
Charge him rent. That's over to me because I need some help for other projects that I want to do. But right now, as you can see, Even though
You gotta come check out the new shipment I just got in. I definitely got some stuff you're gonna like.
so her lawful, go ahead and ask him any questions. But let me put it like this. Hold on, let me fix this better. I'm putting you in the spot.
The
Any
only
question?
thing is that I'm getting like 3 echoes. How do I get
Yeah,
rid of
I
that?
get it. I get it too.
You gotta close one window. Are you getting any echoes,
Uh,
Josh?
Oh,
You're not getting no echoes, right?
yeah, I get the echo too.
Probably one of the windows you have to close.
so how do I don't leave the studio, no? How do I
No.
mute?
Hey,
Stop stream?
close the one that's the YouTube. Because you're already on StreamYard. So close the YouTube, and you will have the.
Gotcha. Yeah, now it's back to
That's perfect, right? How
normal.
about Josh? You got it?
Yeah. Questions that I have, man, I have like a ton because like what you're what I want to grow up into, basically, or work for somebody like you. Um, but let me see. So, do you since you're closer? I mean, you're west of the turnpike, but do you ever get any saltwater encroachment in your ponds from the well water? Has it ever gotten that dry where
So
you?
luckily no. My well is so deep, like it's so deep. It took a while for because I kept having the guys just drill. They would drill 5 feet. I do a water test. They would drill another 5 feet. Did a water test. So I'm down really really far. So luckily I don't deal with any of that. On the contrary, though, if it rains really bad, it will mess with the pH a little bit. So when that happens, I increase the water, like the water flow in the pond, so I don't have to worry about that.
I don't know. Another question. Okay, so as far as nutrition and stuff, what do you like? You probably feed a little bit of everything, but do you find any foods more like where you see fish health improve? Where you see because I found that the research for ornamental fish, like literature for ornamental fish, is not so good because there's no investment in it. You know what I mean? Like where um, food fish, like their industry invests heavy in like studies and stuff, so you can find information on like how to grow trout, how to grow, but with
Sure.
tropical fish, it's
So I get away with feeding stuff that I wouldn't recommend to somebody necessarily if they were feeding in a tank.
right.
So I get a very high like brine shrimp based like flake for like all my live bears. I also do something that a lot of people don't do. So I actually go to a butcher and get ground beef heart, and I will put because it's a great protein. The fish love it. Once again, if you're using that in a tank, you're gonna have to do water changes and stuff like that. For me, whatever they don't eat, it just kind of leaves out. But I mean, I can grow. I mean, they grow rapid. You give it, but on that, you can't do that all the time. It takes a long time for a fish to break down raw protein. Yeah, you're gonna grow them bigger. They're gonna get bigger. But if you constantly give them that diet, they will not live a good lifespan. So they're gonna get big, but they're not gonna live as long as they should. So you kind of gotta like do it more slowly than slow like once or twice a week. I do
Just
huh.
no, I was gonna say just like us. If we just eat steak all
Yeah. No,
day, you know what I
100%,
mean? You're
100%.
gonna
And then I have a guy that makes me a good pellet that I've been using for years. So I mean, it's awesome. And you guys can always, you know, if you want to purchase farm food, you can. So, but yeah, no.
I have. I think I've
yeah.
gotten some when like I've asked you for it, and yeah, the
Yeah.
fish love that stuff. Like more so than some of the package.
Yeah. Well, the thing I
it's
fear about, like, you know, packaged foods, and I do recommend. I've never had a problem with Hikari. Anything Hikari based, you know,
no, yeah.
I know the people that use. I mean, I know everybody in Hikari. Great food, great quality. Tetra stuff like that, you know, stuff you get at Walmart. You're gonna have a problem with cloud in the water. It just you know, it's not. There's so many fillers that there's not actually like proteins and like good stuff. It's mostly like soybean and just different, you know. So you feed it for a week and you're like, oh, my tank is super cloudy. It's the food, you know. And a lot of new people in this hobby, you know, your fish might always be hungry, looking like they're hungry, but they're not hungry. You know what I mean? Don't, you know, a lot of people tell me, oh, I feed 3 times a day. I'm like, cool, that's crazy. Like, you know, that's, you know, one good time a day, you're not going to have, you know, you're not going to have an issue. I feed the farm once a day. That's it. One time a day. Everybody gets fed one time a day, and that's it. And everybody's growing, everybody's doing good. So fish love Hikari food. No, Hikari is great. I highly recommend.
I read one time that Hikari, like NASA, had like used Hikari to do an experiment with fish in one of the stations. So yeah, like they're legit.
Yeah,
You know?
No, that their product speaks for itself. It's good stuff.
Do you have an idea how much like volume of water you cycled, or you know, the pump per day per hour? I don't know.
It's pumping. What does that pump do? 35,000 gallons an hour, something like that.
Significant. Yeah,
it's the same. That's if I just have the one on. If I turn 2 on, it's ridiculous. So it's constantly going.
Do you ever run into like flooding issues when there's like storms and stuff like that? And how do you deal with it?
So yes and no. So you've been to the farm. So the main pond will get full, but then it back feeds like backwards into the canals, and then those canals go into a back lake on the property. So it doesn't ever like there's never like fish like, you know, going down the aisles or anything like that. So no, luckily I'm good. And then all my big ponds are raised above the ground, so I don't, you know, unless we get something crazy, you know, I'm good over that. I don't get much flooding.
It looks like somebody likes Northern. What do you think about Northern? Have you guys ever tried that? The Northern?
No. What's Northern? What is Northern? Is it food?
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
Anybody else have any questions? Go ahead and ask some
honestly,
questions.
Not familiar with that brand. I've never really done any research on or anything like that.
I've seen at the fish club, like the Gold Coast Aquarium Society, that you know, I'm sure you guys have been to. Like people have donated, like this company has donated, you know, to get, but I don't think they sell down here. Like I mean, maybe they're just getting to us, but I you know, haven't seen it like
I
pet stores.
Googled it, but I don't know. I don't really know about that company. But I mean, you know, most of the companies are kind of competing together. It's all just kind of like a little bit less of this or a little bit more of that, kind of all the same recipes. Just kind of look on the back, look on the ingredients, see what it's mostly made of. Try to stay away from anything high in soy, especially if you're trying to raise koi. Don't feed soy. It's really not good for them. They're going to get impacted. You're going to have a lot of issues. Goldfish, koi, you know, all that, just no soy. A lot of these companies now use that as a filler, and it's terrible. It's same for us. Like, it's terrible. What else? What else?
Because as I understand that soy, like, milk or eggs have protein, right? But
Yeah.
soy is one of, I imagine that's why they use soy, because it also has a small protein content to it. So I guess that's why they market it. But then again, when you're saying koi and goldfish, they're herbivorous, like they're like, imagine a cow underwater. So if you were to give it extra protein, it might, it definitely will mess with their digestive system. Makes sense. Why to avoid soy
especially like, anybody's ever had a goldfish, you definitely got swim bladder once or twice. Like they're, they're notorious. You know what I mean? Eventually, because they're constantly eating. Even what you don't feed them, they're trying to eat something in the tank. They're constantly just scavenging for food, tossing around rocks. They're going to find something to eat. So none of my tanks will eat
Hikari. None of my tanks will eat Hikari.
In all tanks.
Oh, but they check the north end, they hit it.
I gotta try it. I don't know.
I gotta look into that one.
But yeah,
put on the shelves. I don't have so my farm food isn't either one. Like I have it. It's that farm food's been made for, I'd say, like 50 years. Same recipe, hasn't changed. You got to remember, a lot of farmers. I mean, like Phil used to make his own food. They all used to make their own food. Now they just taken that and made it into a pellet. I mean, they used to go out there and just a glob of goo they would throw in the tank, and it's just feeding all the fish that. It was never, it's crazy. Like Phil would tell me a story. Yeah, you know what the original fish bag was? What they would originally put your fish in when you go to a store and buy a fish?
Yeah.
I've been to Phil's speech, but I don't want to, you guys tell the audience.
Little Chinese to-go boxes. Isn't that crazy? What you get in the Chinese takeout?
That's what he was putting the food in?
That's what they would put the fish in. That's how you take your fish home.
And the to-go box?
And the little to-go and the little to-go tin, like what you get rice in and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. With all the Asian Chinese art around it.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
No, this hobby's come a long way, man. This hobby's come along. It's always changing. Somebody's crossing something with something else and making new fish, and now you got people, genetically engineering fish. So it's wild, man. You never know what they're gonna bring up.
Have you ever delved into that, or thought of?
I play around. I play around with different cichlids. Like I'll cross, cichlids together and see if anything cool will come out. That's about as far as it goes. I mean, I guess I do it with the koi. I'll mix certain kois together to get different patterns and stuff. But I do a lot more with, I guess, with the cichlids, trying to get, trying to bring out certain colors and, get breeds. I do it with the frontosa too, try to get different types of stuff. But it's fun, man. This hobby's fun. It's for sure. It's one of the best, man. I've done a lot of stuff. This hobby's fun.
How about trying a pink Jack Dempsey, crossing it with a electric blue Jack Dempsey?
Yeah, I gotta try that one time. I gotta try that one day.
Garcia.
There you go.
If it looks nice.
I did a King Kong blood parrot and a blue Texas one time. Those came out really cool. Yeah, they were. That's the thing too, is like I'm not into like that short body stuff. Like some people breed stuff and they get those short body fish. I'm not into that. Like for me, like it has to still look like something you'd find in the wild. You know what I mean? It can't be so manipulated that it's goofy looking. I'm not into that.
Like when they turn the back.
Yes, Steve. I'm with the Coke Zero. Coke Zero. No more monsters. No more monsters. Sure. Yeah. Even though I was a monster freak. But now it's just Coke Zero.
That's good.
Sooner or later, I'm going to get Coke Zero and I'm going to just be drinking water.
You're still savage. You're just doing it without. You're still a savage. You're just doing it
But
without
there's one habit that I
the
can't
calories.
break. There's one habit that I can't break.
The
Cigarettes.
cigarettes.
That's gonna be next. I'm working on it. Since we're in that topic of crossbreeding, some people don't like the crossbreeding because they want the natural.
Oh yeah.
But what do you think about with the crossbreeding versus the natural look?
I mean, I think it's cool. Like I said, as long as it looks like, just for me, I do it more to manipulate color than like shape of fish. So like for instance, like I like the way the Lawanda high fin looks, so I'll put it with like an electric blue, just to get a deeper blue with that big hyphen. Stuff like that. I don't like when you completely change the look of the fish. Some people do try to do that, and then some people try to tell you that they cross stuff before, and this is what it is, and there's no way. Some species just won't mix. You know what I mean? Like I've had people show like, oh, I've crossed this and got this, orange gar. Like, no, you didn't. Like it's some stuff ain't gonna. It's just not gonna work. You're not gonna cross a guppy and a cichlid. It's just not gonna happen. It has to be similar species to make something work.
Okay, I got one crazy question. It might be crazy, maybe it might not be. What's one fish, nano fish, that you wish that you could get that is huge, from a nano to a huge fish?
Something smaller. I wish
like
you could get.
you get a guppy, and getting a guppy, and you're making a big giant guppy. What kind of fish would you like? As a nano fish, you would like to see real big.
Like Ant-Man style, you're like a
superhero.
Yeah. Mad time.
I don't know, dude. I think a massive like a glass catfish or a massive like X-ray tetra, that'd be pretty dope.
And Jose says,
I mean, even a massive like swordtail would be cool to see. Like a 3 foot, 4 foot swordtail with a I mean that
like a snook.
Yeah.
Sword snook.
I don't know, man. I mean, if you think about it, there's some cool like rainbow fish. Like that thing got like 6 feet. There's some really cool like rice fish and different stuff like that would be cool if they could get big. I don't know, man. That's a hard question. There's a lot of
Can I add to this? The most terrifying to me, if shrimp were huge, like I don't know, the size of a shark.
You can't even say shrimp. You can't say shrimp. They already got a jumbo shrimp, that extra jumbo shrimp.
No, we're talking like 6 feet. We're talking something.
Yeah. If a shrimp, like the ones that you eat, like ocean types. I don't know, pinks or
short bodied catfish. So
it would be terrifying. Those shits eat everything.
Before you answer that question, let me bring somebody up that's waiting to see them come up. And it's Jose from Joy of Fish Keeping. Jose, are you there? Yes.
So I'll answer. So I to me, it's a deformity. Like it's not like so okay. So for instance, right now a new thing is everybody wants short body koi. Okay, I breed koi fish. When I go through a cooling process, when I'm getting rid of the ones that don't look good, I'm not keeping those short body fish. To me, I'll just take those and I feed them to my predators, for protein. Like I don't keep those to grow up because it's a deformity, But now they figured there's a market for it, and now they're selling that. So I don't know. Short body catfish is just it's. I don't know.
To me, it doesn't look good at all.
It's just a deformed fish. It's something that at birth you would have got rid of, and anything you're gonna have that I would consider like the runt, it just didn't develop properly. It's just something that you're totally correct. Should not be sold in the hobby. It's I don't feel like they live very long. I feel like it's just cruel because it's an underdeveloped fish.
Like some of these people, they just want to buy it to say, "Hey, I got a short body. I got a short body."
Yeah.
But,
well, and then people will sell like, oh, it's super rare. It's a short body. No, it's why do you want that? For what? You know, I yeah. Don't, if you're gonna buy fish, buy the real deal. Don't buy the knockoff.
I've seen like where they have arowana with like a broken back, like a V shape. That's just terrible.
Yeah,
that's not.
Well, you got people now do. I mean, I've seen people now like they'll take the silvers and inject them, to get different colors out of them. So I mean, it's just, everybody's trying to, I guess, make a buck in the hobby and be unique, but there's making money and then there's like torturing animals, and I'm just not about that. My thing I promote most on the farm is quality of life. If you like, I always ask people, where they're putting these fish, what do they have, because I'm not, and I won't. And a lot of people get mad at me because if you have a, 20-gallon, 55-gallon, I'm not going to sell you koi fish. It's not going to happen because, a lot of people come to me like, oh, but it'll only grow as big as its enclosure. No, you're making it grow slower. And by doing that, you're affecting its body, you're affecting everything to compress it to not grow to its capabilities. The arrow has had the best life it could have ever had. What, my arrow?
She's been to our predatory fish, and she sees a lot. She's seen a lot of arrows and everything. But the thing is, they're the most beautiful, sexiest fish I ever seen.
Yeah.
But it's their instinct. That's how they eat. They just gotta jump.
Yeah.
How you keep it, but they won't be jumping out of your palms. How you doing?
So luckily, I'm gonna say luckily, because he's never tried to jump out ever. Like I've just gotten lucky because I've had, I have clients that, I've had horror stories where they do jump out. They will go after, lizards and stuff like that on the side of the pond. You're not going to take away years and years of their, their instincts. But yeah, luckily mine he's good. I've had him for so long that he pretty much waits for me to feed him, so.
Let's try this again. I guess we having Jose from Joy of Fish Keeping.
Let's get ready to rumble. That's what it sounded like.
Let's go. Hey, how's the weather up there?
14 degrees, man. It's cold as shit, and
14 degrees. Oh,
yeah, New York City. Yep.
No, thank you.
Not pleasant. I sat in the car, I think, for about half an hour before it finally warmed up.
That's why us three here.
Yeah.
Loving this 50, 60. We love it.
That's why it's like 58 degrees right now, and I'm crying about it.
Can I say like Jesse does? F you. Rub it in. Yeah, if you're thinking that 50 degrees is cool, you.
Jose, there's some people out here, no lie. He could be 58 or 55 or 50, and they dress up like they're gonna go skiing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Fur hat, earmuffs, gloves, scarf, super fat goose.
I have a very close family friend. I was just talking to her a few minutes ago. She just moved in, sold her house here in New York, and moved to Miami. And she is with blankets, wool hat, and everything in the house. But anyway, you guys can keep your humidity, you can keep your storms, you can keep your big snakes and gators. I like the north.
Jose, it's good to be around gators. When you have one too many, you can go ahead and chun, cut the tail, and have some chicken nuggets.
That's it. Tastes like chicken, like everything else, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
Rabbits
anyway.
taste like chicken.
No, I'm good with it. Yeah, I really, although I'm from a hot country, I hate the humidity of Florida and the South. because in the north at least it's cold. That in a few months it's gonna be a spring again.
Oh
But
yeah.
I don't mind the seasons. But it is when it's cold, it's cold. There's nothing you can do. But
Hey, Bayou, welcome. And I love the way you came in. Garcia.
Hi guys, I'm Jose. What is your name? I think
Oh, his name is Josh from Summer Fish Farm down in Homestead, and that's Mr. Rodolfo, the one that's right up here.
yeah.
And that's, wait, and that's
I'm a
Joel.
civilian. I'm just a civilian.
Just,
I don't own a farm.
He don't have a YouTube channel.
Yes, he does. I sub to his channel.
Uh,
I think he does.
No,
I
but-
guess. No.
which one, me?
Do you
Oh,
have
Josh?
no for
Rodolfo.
You have a channel, no? You had a
I think
video.
I posted homework.
No, there was something.
I'm going to college.
Yeah, there was something with a periodic table, and then I think I did see a fish tank there too. That is you, right?
Yeah, like my aquariums. Yeah. I like just fooling around, but not like a formal thing like this. I don't.
Yeah.
I just
Listen,
don't have that.
it doesn't have to be formal as long as you enjoy the hobby.
This is true. Yeah, that's why I do it.
Yeah.
Pure enjoyment.
Got some
Different
nice
also-
discus in the background there, man.
Oh,
Those are-
thank you.
that was a-
Oh, let me blow it up. Let me blow it up.
Yeah,
Let me blow
let me show you something here because these guys, I have a major problem with them. Not a major problem. Sometimes I have they're breeding constantly in a community tank. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to turn the camera on. Give me a second, guys. Settings, camera. I'm trying to find the okay, the real camera. Okay, we see them. Yeah. This pair is breeding right now.
Yeah.
They're laying eggs. I have another pair behind me that is that have fries. So these guys are this is 120 gallon overstock. If anybody wants to say, yeah, they overstock on purpose. That's what I like. But these guys are most of them. These guys were born here. This one and that little guy. This were born here, and this one here. And those two were born here. So they're about a year and 1 month old. They're 13 months or so. Where's mom and dad? Mom is down here. That's mom. And this is dad over here. And in the middle there. But I don't know where this guy got his color from. I don't know if he's a milkman, but he has no red on him. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe, from his prior, wherever, his four parents. But I don't know. He has it's kind of strange color. I probably wouldn't buy it, but if when I saw him, but I like it. He was born here, and it's kind of unusual color for this because I like it.
Yeah,
But
it's
anyways,
unique.
this was a little runt of the pack, but he's grown quite a bit. And this guy I got recently, I just fell in love with. This was a guy that I had to have when I saw him. Just that he has a lot of blue, and not
very
really,
nice.
not really thick lines. He came as a pair from Malaysia, wherever they brought him from. So they did not want to sell him because he was part of a pair. Not with us, not with another one like it. It was something totally different. It was like a pigeon blood. And
Okay.
I said, listen, everything has a price. I want the male, not because it was male, just the color. And then they said, you can have them for $225. I was more than happy because I paid more for some of these other guys here.
Sure.
So everything has a price like anything else. But that's the 120 tank. And anyway, there's other. Let me turn the camera back around, and we can keep talking about something else. But that's the discus tank. Huh?
Your discus tank is amazing.
Oh, thank
But
you,
I did
thank you.
see on the other. And you have a glow angel. Those are just
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
brand
Yeah,
new, right? Like,
they're kind of new.
Yeah.
I have nothing against glowfish, but I like
No.
fish. I like fish for the color. But I've always kept angels with the discus. And this guy, they're really amazing colors. I really like them. So I don't, whatever they're doing genetically, I I have nothing against it. I think they're beautiful fish, and like anything else, different strokes for different folks.
100%.
And so anyway, that's basically what it is. So this guy's new in the tank, this red one, but he paired up with this one right away. They're always switching partners, but sometimes I have 3 pairs here that are breeding a lot of the times. I'll show you the rest of the tanks while we at it. This one is a 90-gallon.
Gigolo. So you got
Say
a
that again?
gigolo.
Oh, yeah. There's a few that have changed partners a few times there. This tank is 90 gallon. It's a mix. I have a bunch of rainbows and other thing. I could not keep live plants there, so these are all fake plants, silk and plastic. Is Buenos Aires tetras, the Congo tetras, and the Odessa barbs. They love plants, so I could not keep anything alive. The only thing that has been able to survive is the cryptocorin there. So these guys are. This is that tank, and this is the tiger barb tank. I have a whole bunch of them in there. And again, everything is mostly overstock. So this tank does well. And I have long fins. I have some long fins fish there too. They never bother them. Now, if they're very opportunistic, that they are. So if they sense a sick fish, they're going to go for it. This guy here, he's this fatso here. He was at some point just kind of sitting, lying on the bottom. And he had a little like peck marks, like little circle scuff marks. And he usually bosses everybody around in there, but he's generally peaceful. So I took him out, treated him, then put him back again. That was like a year ago. But again, they just hone in on any fish that they feel is weak. I had an angelfish in there, longfin guy. He was getting beaten up. I'm gonna cover the camera because we have a bit of a mess here. Okay.
Oh my God! What happened?
We are packing stuff and moving stuff to storage. This big angel, he was with another angel. This one was beating the crap out of the other one. So I had to take him out and put him with the tiger barbs, against all of the recommendation for long fins. They never bother him. But recently, again, it looks like he was sick. I took him out and put him with 2 discs that I am just overfeeding on purpose because they were getting a little thin. And he started beating the crap out of the other one. So I put him on the tank all by himself. So anyway, this tank is a mix barbs, some, this little this black midnight ram. I put him in there. I did a little video on this guy. This guy came in. He was just like messing with everybody. It didn't matter, except he didn't want to open up a can of whoop ass, as they would say, with the angel. He didn't bother the angel, but he was chasing everybody around. Like, I'm the new kid on the block here. But he calmed down. He's
what are those? What are those barbs with the like triangle? Like they're like yellow with like a triangular body mark.
With the black stripes and up and down.
No, not the T ones. They're kind of yellowish.
Yeah, the yellowish with thick bars going down, like 3-4 bars going down.
Yeah, kind of like.
Let's see,
like a leopard
that one right there.
Yep.
Yeah, they're give me a second. I just blanked that. Melon barbs.
Melon, beautiful.
Melon barbs. These are Odessa barbs here with the where are they? There's a bunch of. I have a lot of males here with the red stripes going across the middle. These are male Odessa barbs. That's a female coming up there. But the males are there with the red bars going horizontal from head to tail. And this one is it's a mix, very busy again, overstacked tank. This is my just a mess here. We're packing shit here. So I keep these tanks here. They're quarantine, breeding. I have that one covered up at the bottom here because I have some discus that are breeding over there. And these are all quarantine, treatment, and wherever tank. This is the other big angel. I had to put him by himself because he was beating up on everybody. He was the one getting beaten on. So I have him there. I have to decide what I'm going to do. Either leave him there alone.
That's a beautiful angel.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big guy, but I mean, it's he has to be at least 4 or 5 inches from from the fins from top to bottom, and his body is minimum 2.5 inch. Just the body itself. He's big. And these guys, these other two discus here, I'm just increasing overfeeding them to increase their weight. And this is kind of my little area here. Let me switch
Jose,
cameras back. Yes, sir.
Are you in the city, New York City, or
I am in the
Jersey.
Bronx right. I'm in the Bronx right now. No, I'm in the city, in the Bronx.
Oh,
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
some of the clubs from, I think, North Jersey, obviously that's not the city, but are like legendary because they're old as as the country, I guess. The aquarium societies. Are you a member of any of them? Or?
I never found. I never actually found. I was going to attend a meeting one day with my daughter's boyfriend, and it just didn't happen. But no, I'm not a member of any club. I've been some once in a while. I look online to see if there are any local clubs, but I haven't found any really. And I think my schedule makes it a little bit hard. But I wanted just to get involved at some point, at least check it out because I've never been to one.
The reason why I say, I mean, with your knowledge base and your beautiful fish, I mean, you could totally talk about your breeding, or if you want to trade fish. Most of the clubs, that's what they're there for. It's like a meeting of different people that like fish and
Yep. Yes.
changing knowledge, exchanging.
Maybe their interest. Yeah. It's I will probably just keep looking, make a bigger effort to try to attend one of them. I'm still alone on camera. I only see myself.
oh,
No,
No.
all of us are here.
yeah,
All
we
right.
see.
Let me see. I only see myself.
There he goes, pushing buttons again. Pushing buttons.
Listen. Us guys with a lot of gray hair. That's not you, Garcia. Just
What are
some
you
of us.
talking about?
Let me see. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let me see something. There we go.
Okay.
I have to X myself out.
I'm gonna put you like this. I'm gonna do this.
There we go.
Because I know you came up here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna leave right there. Since we got Josh right here in the center,
hmm
do you have any questions, Mr. Jose, for Josh?
I missed a lot of. I came in late because I was just coming in from work when I realized you were on. And Josh, you have a fish farm. Summerland, are you in Florida?
Yeah, South Florida, Homestead.
Yeah. What do you breed mostly? I heard koi's.
I have a ton of different cichlids, couple of different live bears, a lot of koi, a little bit of everything, man. To be honest, I play around with the discus a little bit. Yeah, I mean, just a little bit of everything. Mostly cichlid, mostly koi. But different, a lot of stuff. I mean, there's too much space. I got too much fish. So
is your farm mostly like with ponds type?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of big ponds, a lot of individual ponds that I sell out of, but I have 22 like 24 by 24 foot pools. I got the lakes in the back. I got a ton of coffin liners. It's a pretty big place.
There's a few places. Well, there's a friend that I just said that just moved down there. I have three sisters, one brother in Orlando area. So I definitely want to make a rounds of some of the farms. I want to go see Watley discus too.
Oh, Jack Wally's, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to pass by Gabe Facade and look at the place, But it's one of those things, It's a time. I was just talking to my wife about that. I said that we have to get away and take a little vacation.
Come down here soon before it gets too hot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And then I have a 9-year. My oldest is 39, but my youngest is she just made 9. My daughter. So I want to get go to Disney again. We've been there a bunch of times, but last time she went, she was probably about 5-ish or so. So I want to bring her back and probably just combine family and do my own fish farm tours.
There you go.
So yeah, I may have stopped. You don't have a YouTube channel, you said, right?
Me, no.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
I'm all over YouTube though. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm pretty much on all the Florida Boys channels.
Mhm. Yeah, because I may have your name, the farm name sounds very familiar, and I may have seen videos on it.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
So
So you guys are doing a nice 50-degree weather out there.
yeah, it's like 58. It's freezing.
Yeah,
Let me go get my shirt.
Bro, I got long sleeve on too. I like, this
50
is as close as clothes as I have. That's about
50 degrees. If anybody's in the chat, I'm not looking at the chat. Hello, everyone.
Just
So,
a little fun joke. A little fun joke. So
uh-huh.
not today is when the temperature dropped. I was taking my youngest one goes to like literally 5 houses down is his elementary school. I walk him from my house to the school. A lady, a neighbor that lives like I don't know 10 houses from mine, sees me walking him and stops and she's like, "Do you guys need a ride? It's 50, you know." But because we're not used to this kind of weather, you know what I mean? She's thinking like hypothermia is gonna hit the kid, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Take him to the emergency room.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, that's the kind of it's just we're not used to it.
It's different, man. I'm originally from California. So like where I lived in California, I was 45 minutes from the mountains. I could go see snow, sledding, snowboarding, skiing, all that good stuff. I loved it. Now that I've been here for so long, like as soon as it's freezing. It's like the craziest cold you've ever been in. It doesn't make sense because like I'm so adapted to this just nasty swamp, weather that like when the temperature drops, it's the worst thing. Like it's the worst thing on the planet.
Yeah.
So
Garcia, you heard what he said? Nasty swamp, humid weather. That's why I like the north.
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely the swamp down here.
Oh no, listen, the humidity, like when those times, I've probably been to Disney probably about 9 times over, many years. And those summer lines, 2 hour summer lines under the heat, man, is incredible.
Yeah, but see, that's nothing.
I know.
That they have a different type of heat up though. Our heat down here is
it's further down. It's more humid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's Disney's more central, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know that further south, it's
no.
Disney's probably it's close to 4 hours from me.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's.
But it's not just like being in Disney. It's just like, I mean, when I was younger, of course, you're like, oh my God, Mickey. But for an adult now, going to the parks is it's a torture. It's
torture. You do it for the kids.
Everything now is an hour and a half, 2 hour line.
That's incredible.
Insane.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
You pay for if you want to get in quicker, you have to pay for that. So like, let's say it's the one ride, your kid is like, and then you have a certain amount of, it's just that kind of thing. It's like
it's just
a black hole of money.
Oh yeah.
Basically, you got to be there just when they open.
Yeah, hit the big rides first, and then pay for the other stuff.
Get into that parking lot, and just before the employees show up, you're the first one there. And you better get on the rides. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, you got all the rides. Okay, now let's get out of here.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard, but anyway, it's always a lot of fun. Guys, I'm going to do a little bit of maintenance here. It's these quarantine tanks. I just have to. Some of them have been medicated, so I just have to do some water change. But I'll be watching and listening. But thank you, Garcia, for inviting me in.
Good to meet you, man. Take care.
Nice meeting. I'll see you guys again. All right.
Jose, be at your best behavior.
I try, man. I try.
Oh, Jose, before you leave.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Guess what I had yesterday?
Uh-oh, sancocho.
That's right. I have my sancocho to warm up my body.
I have some waiting for me right now too, as a matter of fact.
Ah,
Yeah, I told my wife it's cold. I feel like something in the soupy range, So she said I have sancocho here that our neighbor gave us, and it's really good. So I'm gonna attack that one. Huh? Garcia.
Can you
Yeah, Roberto.
can you
Yeah, come.
guys elaborate for
Come.
the
No, no.
viewers and the listeners that don't know what
That's
sancocho
what
is?
sancocho is. Let me put it this way. Sancocho is pretty much Dominican. Puerto Ricans may claim ownership to it also, but it is a very thick soup. It has some root vegetables. Garcia, this is my wife here,
hola.
and the little one. This is the rest of Joe Fish Keeping. They're my eyes here. So anyway, it's a very thick, hearty soup. Mommy, espérame sancocho. I don't know if and it has different meats, your choice, but everybody has their own little flavor to it. But if you could, like the Southern gumbo, it's a very thick, hearty soup, and that's what it is. But it's pretty much Dominican, and it's if you have a good sancocho, unless you're really sweating after you get done with it, it's not a good one because you'll
Guess
make your
what?
yeah.
Can you go into detail about what types of root vegetables are going there?
Cassava. You could have potato or plantains, green plantains. What else can it be?
That's the
And
best soup. Ever.
and other thing I don't know the English name for them, but they're kind of very starchy root vegetable. You can have a mix of that in there. Beef, chicken, typically, and you may have chorizos. Some people may add these some type of sausages.
It's like everything but the kitchen sink.
You pretty much
Yep.
That's pretty much it. But and also the soup itself, if it's made right, it's supposed to be a little bit thicker. It's not very runny. It's not watery. So it's very hearty, and it's really it's a good soup. It's very tasty.
And you know what we had in it? We
Let me
even
let,
put
let me
tortillas. We even put tortillas in it.
put me on a full screen. You got me? That's a sancocho.
No lo está viendo.
Well,
no lo está
it's
viendo.
already passed by 30 minutes, but I don't care.
Sí,
Coño, give me that.
And the rice, the part that is not burnt, but the part that is crusty at the bottom, crunchy rice, and of course
That's the
avocado
best part.
Yeah, avocado goes with it. So that's a sancocho, and this is a good one. You see the
Was that
color?
the birthday girl?
That was the birthday girl. Yep, that was her. She was 9.
Tiene chicken,
So there's chicken and beef, and
tortilla,
you see that it's very.
yuca, bolita de plátano.
Now this little thing here, this little ball here, is
It's
plantain, but it's been like grated and then made into a little ball. So this is oh. Now my daughter wants to show you the fourth family member. Here it is. This is Coco.
Hey!
Coco is 10 months. He's a mix of Bichon. What's the other one?
Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu and Bichon mix.
He's gonna turn 1 year old on Saturday.
Alrighty, so that's the rest of the family. Guys, so I am going to enjoy my sancocho. I'll be watching and listening, and I'll just be doing water changes. And
All right, man. Take care.
I'll catch up with you. Nice meeting you guys. All right, we'll talk again at some point, I'm sure.
Oh, by the way,
sounds
okay,
good.
my name is Garcia.
Your name is Garcia? Hey, I said Berto is my son's name too. Berto, he goes by Berto also. Mr. Garcia, no sancocho for you. I'm going to enjoy this one by myself.
That's okay. But when I go over there, you better have that sancocho ready.
Oh, yeah, my wife makes a mean one too. Yeah, we
And
invited
a
you.
little bit of Mama Juan on the side.
Yeah, last time we spoke, we invited you over. So let us know when you're around.
No problem.
All right, take care. Have a good night.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good night, man.
Take care.
Cuando venga no vaya a hacer como justamente ve sancocho.
Any advice on how to do a water change with frozen pipes? Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So my advice, if you have winters where your pipes actually freeze, would be to get some big water totes or water jugs that hold water and prepare before winter happens, so you can do water changes out of that. But yeah, once your pipes are frozen, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, but there's no way to cure that because even if you try to warm it up, it'll crack and that'll be it.
Yeah. Anyone have any tips on filtration for a couple of Vietnamese small pond turtles? You have them in a tank or you have them in a little pond?
Ask away, Steve. You asked that question, Steve.
I mean, they make internal filters you could put right inside the tank. I use those for the turtles that I get here. It got to 15 last night. No, thank you. Yeah, you can keep that.
Nope.
15. No thanks.
Hold on, look at that. Minus 15 last night.
That's
No thanks.
jogging weather. And I lived in Fort Drum, New York when I was in the Army. And I think negative 20, you have to add max 15 minutes outside, according to our, like books. And so, like doctrine, right? Like 15 minutes, switch out. But those 15 minutes of exercise, you're gonna have to, as long as you keep on moving, you're gonna be fine. But when you have to stand and guard or something, and it's that temperature, you're just miserable because nothing that you do that you put on is gonna get you warm. When you're moving and doing exercise, it could even go lower than that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Definitely not happening.
So what do you say to that one, Steve? Josh? They're in a tank, they're happy and living good, but man, they stink.
Yeah, unfortunately, man, turtles are you're gonna have to do water changes. There's really that they stink. They're terrible. Yeah, there's really not much you can do. I mean, they make internal filters that you can do. Aqua L has some decent ones that you can just put inside the tank. It's going to help out, but you're still going to have to change that filter. You're going to have to do water changes. This turtles are notorious for that.
Oh, you had to feed the fish, Monster Fish guy. Josh, will you ever sell any saltwater fish or no?
I've gone back and forth on that several times. I don't know. That's one I don't know. I've thought about it, but I haven't really pulled the trigger on whether I'd want to do that or not. I have thought about it though.
But with the high alkalinity, quick question. With the
Yeah.
high alkalinity and the high pH, have you tried brackish water fish like?
Oh yeah, I've done brackish water.
Archers or
Yeah.
Monos-
I bring in
monos.
archers. But I have messed with that. But like I'm like full salt water or doing like reefs, selling reef different stuff like that, like corals and stuff. Like I haven't really. I used to keep them, but I haven't really thought about doing it here. Like I want to, but it's just that's a whole nother job.
Death Charge is just trying to get you out of cleaning it. He don't want to deal with it. He just
What are your thoughts, Josh, on my bad? On the what is that system that you connect to? It connects to your computer. Neptune, something like that. And it's like a computer system that runs dosing, temperature, pumps, lighting and you could use fresh or salt water because essentially.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty impressive, man. I have seen that system. It's just it's expensive. It's super expensive, but that's what I'm saying. This hobby is going to constantly grow, and it's going to get it's going to get better and easier, and it's impressive. It really is. I mean, be able to do that all, that would be great because then I could, probably get some time off if I had something like that. I didn't have to worry about everything all the time.
Ian, I'm just asking him about questions about saltwater. If he will ever sell any saltwater fish, but he's not. He's been in and out of it, and Rodolfo just asking questions also about saltwater. That's all. I know you are very, very. How can I say it? You are very educated with the salt when it comes to saltwater. Ian Atkins is very, very strong about saltwater. He loves that saltwater.
No, saltwater's fun. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. Trust me, I've thought about it.
Anybody else in the chat has any more questions? Anybody else? Okay, I got you one, Joey. I got you, Josh. I got you right now. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Not me.
I mean, that's a hard one, man. That's a hard one. I don't play favorites.
They'll get a little bit of. Okay, I passed my 30-minute mark. They're gonna get, some of them will get butthurt.
I'm probably honestly though, I'm probably the closest with Blake.
Blake
Exotic Animal Ranch. I mean, him and I mean, we've done a lot throughout the years. I mean, we call each other on the weekly just to check in and make sure. I mean, I went to his baby shower. I mean, we've gotten pretty close over the years. His family's amazing. Like, we hang out. Like, he's a really good dude. Really genuine. I always have fun with him, man. What you see is what you get. Like, he doesn't try to put on a show. It is what it. You know what I mean? He's a good dude. I mean, they're all good guys, man. They're all, everybody's just trying to do something. You know what I mean? But as far as like hanging out, like Zach and I we're getting close, but then Zach got busy. He has 2 new children. He had twins, so he's a little out of the game right now. Down here closest to me, like really hanging out, would probably be Blake and Jacob Fetter. So everybody in this hobby, man, is pretty cool to an extent. You got your you're always gonna have the pain in the asses in the industry, but it is what it is.
Depth charge. Blake did not get no snow.
No, they didn't get any snow. They're only about 40 minutes from me. I mean, it got a little cold, but there's no snow around here.
And I really appreciate Blake for what he does. And especially him. And if anybody that has any reptiles, look up Blake Exotic.
Oh, yeah.
He's on Instagram and he's on YouTube.
Yeah.
He got quails, frozen quails and everything for you can feed your reptiles. He has it.
Yeah, he's got he got into that now, and he's selling all different size quails, frozen, ready to go. He's doing good, man. He's got a lot of cool stuff. Definitely check out his channel. He's got some cool stuff. He's got an awesome that new tank he built is awesome, man. I put some for him. He's got some cool stuff in there. So.
It was so sad when he lost his Arapaima.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yep. You can
see him growing it.
Yeah, man. That's the worst part of the hobby, man. When you've had something for so long and there's nothing you can do. Like there's just sometimes there's just nothing you can do.
You can't control it. It's nature.
Yeah.
Just like when I first started my YouTube channel. With that 55 and 150 that I have back here, that he sprung a leak. But when I started my channel, I had peacock bass, Oscars, and I put in a wild caught Oscar.
Mhm.
And instead of me putting him in a 75 or in a 55 quarantine for a bit, even though he was from the wild, I just put him in there, and all my fishes started getting sick. I did
Yeah.
everything. I took all of them out, did a did a water change, did everything, cleaned the
Did you give
filter.
him mouth to mouth?
No,
Did you give him mouth to mouth?
no, that I leave it to you. I leave that for you. So I did everything to try to keep them, but I lost them. Then I had that tank empty, and I didn't know what to do, so I did something else. I got fructosa,
There you go.
and now I got the fructosas with the severums. I got red fructosas, the black widow fructosas, and a 7-bar fructosas.
Who'd you get? Who'd you get those severums from?
The severums, I got those seven, not from you. Oh, I got one from you. I got one from you. I got one. But then the others were from my local fish stores.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to look for another bigger tank because I want to separate the fructosas and the severums. But if I do that, I'd rather get a bigger tank so I can move my Oscars and my Florida card. And my red parrot, my super red parrot. And I had a yellow parrot that I had two from predatory fins. One of them instead of being yellow turned red. And so he was red and white. And then the other yellow, he didn't make it. I guess the guard or somebody else being aggressive in there killed him. And it was too late. But I want to get a bigger tank so I can move them around. Swan, no, the tanks are not ready to be seen right now. But this is very in a little project right now at the moment. I apologize. I know my viewers and my members and my supporters want to see my tanks. But that will come.
Garcia, what what size are you thinking of putting them in? Like
The tank that I'm
get
looking
bigger.
for, the tank that I'm looking for is at least 280 or 300. And I don't mind it being long, but I want them to have a little more deep in it
Yeah.
because right now they're sitting at in a 18, and that guard he has to dive down a little bit and then back up like he's a truck, back it up, and then for him to turn around.
Yeah.
But with a 24 or a 30, he will have enough turning around. But the thing is, I just don't want to get a tank, even though it's hard. Is that every time I look at Facebook, they got a decent price, but it's always at the end. It has to be resealed. I'm a type of person that doesn't want to do that kind of job because what I heard, if it's only one side, like that 150, it's only on one side that they sprung the leak. And for me to fix it, I gotta take off all the silicone and taking the whole tank apart and then putting it back together. That's gonna be too much work for me, and I just can't do it. I know I will mess up, and then I'll have another leak in the house, and I don't want that. But a lot of people telling me the best way to do it is going to be the acrylic tank.
Yeah.
They're light and beautiful, but as soon as they get a scratch,
That's it. Yep.
even though if you try to buff, you have to take everything out and buff it again and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah, that's the only problem. They're hard to clean because once you scratch them, it's done. Like they become cloudy. You wind up having to like sand them down and it's a pain.
But Josh, if you ever come across a decent look of acrylic tank, like a 280 and up,
Yeah, I'll let you know.
because I would like to move that car in the Oscars and everybody there. And if I get a bigger tank, then who knows? I might get some more Oscars or another car. But I just hope the other both cars don't fight.
What filtration would you use?
Shit,
Wet dry or canisters?
it's all
Like
canisters.
in the perfect scenario,
For me,
where you
to me, that's I like using those canisters a lot. But when it comes to the acrylic, I gotta figure out how to do it. So I can put the hoses in the way they're making the glass tanks off. With the glass tanks, it's easier. But usually with the acrylics, you have to have like a sump. And I don't like to use the sumps because it makes too much noise. Even though you can try to make it for a little sound, and then you just gotta have that water level where it should be, because if the power goes out, and then when it comes back on, you can overflow it, and then you got water all over the place.
Yeah.
And what I like to use is the Frugal FX4s and the FX6. But I haven't had the FX6 yet. All these tanks are running on FX4s. And that's what I would like to use. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna weaken the acrylic tank. If I can put the hoses in with no problem. Because I would like to see my car get a little bigger.
have you thought of drilling? Like if
Yeah, you
potentially
can drill.
drilling it.
That sounds like a plan, but I'm a person that I got it and I can put it in, I'm done with it. If
Yeah.
I'm trying to do anything, I just have that fear later leaking or something happening. That's my problem. I'm the only one in the fish hobby that has to like have everything just perfect right there and then ready get everything going, letting the water cycle, then I can transfer the fish in with no problem. I don't want to be there. Oh, let me drill a hole here, get this done in here. Then let's okay. Now it's leaking from here. I'll fix that one. Now it's leaking from the other side. Or now it's leaking from the bottom. I just can't do that. That's just me. I'm always looking for a bigger tank.
Yeah. That's a good thing though. So that's how this hobby starts, man. You start with a little goldfish bowl and then you turn into, massive lakes like what
It
I
always
got.
start like from the fair, the little goldfish bowls.
Yeah. That
What was your Josh? What was your first
that was it.
fish that you
That was it.
fished on?
I got that stupid goldfish, from throwing the ping pong in the from the fair, man. That's what that damn thing got like this. It wouldn't die. My mom tried to kill it 100 times.
Those goldfish will last forever, even without filtration, and they can live in the dirtiest. What happened? Hey, Josh. There's the link again, Josh. We lost our guest, but we have another guest. Rodolfo! Hold on, let me put you again.
Hey. So in my case, my first experience with fish wasn't in my house. It was in my cousin's house. And I must have been like maybe like 6 or around 5 or 6. And I had never seen an aquarium before till I got to their house. And they had goldfish and like the fake plants, with the colored gravel. It was nothing spectacular, but I was just fascinated by the fact that there was shit underwater and I could see it, like
How they
animals.
could
Yeah. I think that was like a pivotal moment right there in my existence. And I was like, man, I have to get something like this. And it took years because my parents weren't into animals. My grandparents, which basically raised me, they were also like, no animal. I remember getting a little turtle for like a gift, and I think they got rid of it within a week of the turtle being at home. But then became a teenager, and then I remember. Oh, actually, my mother was the one that got me the first fish, like a little beta fish. Somebody was like a friend didn't want to have it anymore, and she knew that I liked fishing and I liked animals and stuff, so she brought it home, and like a little. And then that feeling of like, oh my God, how do I keep this? How do I keep this alive? The intricacies of keeping the fish happy, and then wanting to collect. That was just like for the rest of my life. Like I've always liked that. It's like an obsession, I guess. Like I'll have to go to, what is it called, Alcoholic Anonymous, and talk to them about it. I don't know. It's an obsession. I spend too much on it. I'm using my GI Bill to go to school to learn how to breed and learn other aspects of that business. But yeah, like potentially someday I would like to have a career in something related to fish. So guys like Josh are like my heroes. Hey Josh, you're my hero, bro.
pushing the wrong buttons. Hey, but check out this. Everybody in the chat and the guys on my panel, check out what I did. Check this out. Holla at your boy. Who wants to bowl against Garcia Kawhi? Ha!
This man is a man of many talents.
I just had to throw that in there.
I'll take you bowling next time you come down.
And you want to know something? Even when I was down there, in my truck, I had my bowling bag.
Yeah.
That's my American Express card. Never leave home without it. I always bring my bowling ball with me.
So you're also into bowl. I didn't know that. I mean, I've talked to you so many times.
There was no bumpers on there. You gotta put out your glasses. You gotta put out your glasses. There was no way. There was no bumpers. Everybody always does that to me.
Bowling's fun, man.
Oh yeah.
I've been doing that for years too.
And tomorrow's my my bowling night.
Yeah.
I
was in a league for a long time.
And my lady was one of my team members, but I had my hands like this, and she decided to poke me. And my reaction, I came down, and her forearm, she just got pain all over the whole arm. And she even went to the doctor. She went in, and they said it was just a bruise, nothing bad. But it's already going almost a month, and it's still. She can't hardly hold too much stuff in her hand. And it was her bowling arm. Why you had to poke me with your bowling arm?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the good thing is, she said it's not my fault. That's the good thing. But there's a lot of women that it was his fault. It was his fault. Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, face to
Oh,
face.
she's gonna squeeze this at one point or another. You know, for like, she's gonna use that on you to get something later on. That right now she just hasn't figured out what she needs or wants.
You already did.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't go shopping for fish. My leg goes like this, my leg goes like this, and it takes me to the bank. It doesn't take me to the fish store, it takes me to the bank.
Yeah.
Why it takes me to the bank? Because lady shimmy goes, yeah. Well, anything else you want? Anybody wants to ask questions or say anything?
I think at this point I'm out of questions, but I would have to sit and figure out. But yeah, like, I don't know. Related to that, I mean, that's to farming. Like,
I got a question for Josh. What would you like to see me do in my channel that you think that will help out my channel? What do you think will be good?
Like to do something like this. I think bringing Phil on one day to talk would be good. I think that would be pretty big, man.
Thank you. She heard me talking about her going on.
No bueno.
don't bruise the other one. Don't bruise it. Don't bruise
No,
it.
I can barely move this one. I don't know what to do now.
Oh, she gave me kisses.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I don't have no more money. You took it all.
But yeah, I think you should bring Phil on, man, and just let people,
That
want
would
to
be
get down to like the original stuff from this hobby, how it was back in the day. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. He knows a lot of stuff. A lot of the original stuff. Come down here, man. You can do a farm tour.
What if,
guys, it's water? He's already inviting me to go back again.
When are we going?
Ooh, if Lady
I know
Shimmy-
I got some fish here that you want.
Yeah.
Don't you and don't you say it. It's a bad. It's from the past, and it's gonna be a blast. I'm gonna get it done. And you, Rodolfo, don't say anything either.
No. What I was gonna say, I've mentioned to Josh before to like either GoPro or go in the pond in the back, or you think those pacus and the red tail tear my arm apart?
No,
big in the drain.
I've never had any issues with the fish back there ever. I've been in that pool several
I got my
times.
GoPro right here.
I mean, hell, one of my buddies had his twin boys doing dives and stuff in the back pond and swimming, and the fish didn't care.
It looks like a natural pool, and then all the fish. So like, with a GoPro, or you're just filming the thing. Oh, it must be.
Oh, it'd be awesome, especially now. Right now, it is super clear, like super clear.
So it's okay for me to get in the water with those giant pacus and the arowana. There's no guard, right?
There's what?
You gotta wear
Is there a guard in that?
Yeah, there's one guard in there.
Oh Jesus! He's gonna.
That's the only guard in there because that guard makes the catfish happy.
Okay,
it's the weirdest. They're the weirdest friendship you'll ever see.
How does that work out? Like what?
So
what do you mean
I originally had them in like 150 gallon. So the red tail was tiny, the gar was tiny, and they were growing up together. once I started transferring everything here to the farm, I had put the catfish in the pool and I put the gar in the pond, you know, and the catfish I was just raising in one of the pond. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't do anything. He just sat in a corner, wouldn't move, wouldn't do nothing. Like it was like he was completely depressed. So I was like, you know what? I threw him in the pond in the back. They found each other. They did a whole lap around the pond together, and everything went back to normal. We started eating out of my
Wow.
hand. Like it was hilarious. So yeah, they have to be together. They're in there together.
Well,
That's interesting. That's super cool that they.
for me to get in there, I gotta have my water shoes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's there's a lot of stuff down there that you don't really know because they hide in the coral. And that limestone, they dig there's all types of tunnels because the Pleco's built like, you know, they dig all types of tunnels in there. So there's all types of cool stuff hiding in there. So
I'm just gonna wear a sports cup and naked. Is that cool?
yeah. No. I'm not there, fine. I'm on the property, probably not.
You got kicked out.
It's a family channel. It's a family channel. It's a family channel.
Goggles, sports cup. You know, with the one that there's no butt. You just the strap.
I'll get you a mermaid costume. You know.
That'll be better. We'll get him the little
Sure.
mermaid outfit.
Yeah.
Just do a little curl as I'm like looking at you.
With the wig and the coconut.
The coconut.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Crazy.
No, that Rodolfo's he's gonna wear a red wig. He's gonna wear the mermaid thing, and with 2 coconuts.
Then for what reason?
He's gonna go in the pond.
Because my collection is not complete.
Yeah, with the parkour. And the
My
ball.
collection is not complete. Remember that song? Isn't that one of the things that she's like collecting stuff? Yeah, me too. I don't have all my fish.
He's gonna help me with my channel with that. He's gonna wear that.
Probably pay for that.
Oh,
Okay.
oh well, Rodolfo. And she picked. Hey, that's my money. You're gonna give it to you. I gave it to you. You're gonna give it to him.
Well, that's okay.
No,
He deserves it if he's gonna put on a wig and everything.
no, I don't want to pay him for doing that. I want him just to go in there and then get beat up by the Pacos.
That's why I'm wearing a sports cup, because those Pacos, you just gotta be careful with those
Protect your
Pacos. They
goods.
have teeth. Sharp
They
teeth.
do have teeth.
They might think it's a Brazil nut.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodolfo, check out what Jose says.
With that outfit, well, it's kind of cold right now up there. And, that's a tough one.
That's gonna be. Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that Garcia Juarez is going back to Summerland Fish Bar, and he's going to go in the pond where the parkours and the gar and the red tail, all those crazy fish in there, and we're going to see how Garcia survives. Will he survive? We'll see.
We'll see. You swim from one end to the other, see if you make it.
And knowing
He might be missing a finger when it's all done. Which finger it is? An appendage.
I almost lost this one. Almost lost that one for helping out a friend. We loaded the truck and then unloading the truck. So we said, let's get the stand out first. And the funny thing is that it was made out of a lot of 2x4s and plywood. And boy, let me tell you, it was heavy. I picked up one end and it fell right on my finger.
Damn.
And I had to get 8 stitches. And I plugged the tip of the bone
gentlemen, I'm gonna have to head out soon here. I have
All
school
right.
tomorrow.
No problem. We're gonna do it like this. Rodolfo, any words of wisdom before I shut this down?
Drink milk and exercise. I don't know. Words of I don't know. Like fish hobby wisdom.
Drink milk. That's a
And exercise. That's
First, he was talking about the mermaid outfit, and now
oh my goodness.
I'm a man of many talents.
Drink milk, guys.
Drink milk. It's American. It's American.
So, therefore, you deserve the outfit.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, I don't know. Wisdom, you know.
Yeah, wisdom. Drink milk.
Pimping ain't easy, but it's necessary.
There you go.
Any words of wisdom, Mr. Josh?
I don't know how I can follow that. Drink water.
Top it off.
Drink water.
Don't follow that.
Yeah.
Don't follow that. Top it off. Okay.
No, this was fun. It was fun to do. I've always loved this hobby. It's fun, you know. It's fun, and everybody's hobby is pretty cool, man. You know, everybody comes together. It's a good community that we have here. You know, like I said before, there's always more stuff to learn, guys. You know, I learn new stuff every day. Be humble. You know, take advice. You know, do your research. You know, yeah, no, it's been fun. Want to do it again? Get back up on here. You know, she's got to do a farm tour. You need to come out and see if you can swim across the pond. I'll definitely want to see that. So,
and don't worry, I'm not wearing no mermaid outfit, and I'm not wearing no Speedos.
Jockstrap and a sports cup.
Rodolfo, do me one favor. I muted him. So I want to say thank you to everyone that showed up, my viewers, my supporters, my channel members especially, and my moderators helping out. Without you guys, there wouldn't be no Garcia Quiets, and thank you for being here. And get ready for when I go down to Summerland Fish Farms and do that video for everybody there that's going to be there. And when I go ahead and post it for you can see that Garcia Aquatics went swimming with the parkours and the catfish, red-tail catfish, and all the wonderful fish that I'm going to be afraid of, because there are monsters. So we're going to have fun, and I just hope they don't put food right at them when I'm there, because I'll be screaming like Michael Jackson. But I'm going to do the video for you guys because you guys deserve it, and I really appreciate all the support. And Josh, whenever you want to come back on Garcia Aquatics, you know you're very welcome. And anytime you want to do a video or anything like that, or you want to do a live stream, just hit me up and we'll do it.
All right, brother. Sounds good.
I really appreciate for you to be here. And guys, don't forget to go ahead to Instagram and check out Summerland Fish Farms. And if anybody missed any questions, go ahead and send them any all questions straight to him. Message him. And
all right, guys.
And he will support you to the
night,
best.
Everybody. Thanks for coming out. It was fun.
And I love you guys. And I'll see you till the next time. And Josh, don't leave yet.
All right, brother.
And guys, we'll see you till the next time.